right? Because humans are changing the Earth so rapidly and so dramatically, you might ask yourself, can Earth sustain such an exploding human population? We know that resources are limited and that environments are very easily damaged. And we already see warning signs that the Earth is struggling because of us. So we've already used up about a fifth of the topsoil needed to grow food, right? The more we plant food, the more we grow food, the more we use up the soil, and it is a limited resource. Over the past 5 decades, we've lost about a third of the globe's forested areas, which is very important for many ecosystems and for production of oxygen and the takedown of carbon dioxide on Earth. Because of humans, about an eighth of all agricultural land has been altered to barren desert, in part due to overgrazing of livestock. Because of our high demand for meat that we eat. So we are actually accidentally creating deserts out of places that used to not be a desert. Global warming results from atmospheric pollution, from carbon dioxide, methane released by humans, and this is causing ice caps to melt and sea level to rise. It's also creating water shortages and increased aridity and droughts on land. There's been more extreme weather events worldwide. There's been enhanced spread of tropical diseases, such as malaria. There's been famine and flooding in many parts of the world and a host of other related problems that can all be tied back to humans, right? And because of all of these changes that humans are creating, the modern rate of extinction is now approaching or maybe even at or higher than the rate of species loss during the world's greatest mass extinctions. So looking at this figure, which we've seen many, many times in this class, we know there have been 5 previous mass extinctions. And if we look at the rate of extinction that each of those mass extinctions experienced, we can see that we are likely going into a 6th mass extinction. We have not yet killed off 75% of life on Earth, which is that what needs to happen in order to be called a mass extinction. We're not there yet, but the rate at which organisms is going to extinct is comparable to the previous mass extinctions. All right, so we're now all caught up, right? We've started at the beginning of Earth. We started 4.6 billion years ago, and we've made it all the way to today. We have figured out how the Earth has changed and how life has changed over the past 4.6 billion years. Humans, our human ancestors, Homo erectus, got their start only about 2 million years ago. And the question is, will our lineage last as long as that of the dinosaurs that survived for 140 million years, right? We've only been around for 2 million years. Dinosaurs were around for 140 million years. Will we make it as long, right? As for our planetary home, global climates and sea level will be influenced in the next few centuries by greenhouse gases released by humans. And this is going to cause very quick, rapid changes that haven't been seen before in geologic time. So in the not too distant future, we will find out how extensive this modern mass extinction is. And we're going to be able to more clearly see the effects on the world around us. But on a grander scale, right? Remember that cycles on Earth are huge, right? They're on Milankovitch timescales, hundreds of thousands of years. They're on plate tectonics timescales, again, hundreds of thousands, millions of years. All of those will continue to change global climate. So humans are changing global climate on a very small timescale, a very rapid rate, but a very small timescale. Same for same for the extinction rate, right? We're creating this huge extinction rate, but it's only for a very short time period because humans just haven't been on Earth for very long. So if you take a geologic perspective of Earth and remember just how minuscule humans are in time, the Earth will be fine, right? The Earth has been plummeted with asteroids and comets, and it's gone through periods of extreme cold when ice went all the way to the equator and extreme heat when crocodiles went all the way to the poles, right? The Earth will be fine without us on the large geologic scale.